going on, everyone? Daniel Rodriguez here, and welcome to my spoiler review for The Last Ship Season 4 premiere, which consists of Episode 1 and Episode 2. It's back, man. The Nathan James crew is back. It's so damn good to see them again. It's great to see everyone, and I've missed them. People got beards now. They've grown up, honestly. It's insane. 4 seasons already, guys. I remember when this show was the first episode, watching it on my grandma's bed, and now we're on the 4th season. And the 5th season's already confirmed for next year, so we don't have to worry about that. It's already confirmed. How insane is that, guys? Just think for a second for the 4th premiere. Alright, anyway, spoilers. Make sure you have seen both of the episodes. We're going to get into it. Usually, how I work is I'm going to do my recap, and then I'll go to my pros, cons, and final score. I really do appreciate it again, guys, for you joining me. Let's go. So we begin the episode with a farmer finding out that his crops have been infected. His corn, like 90% of his corn is just red and black, and it looks like it's bleeding. It's pretty gross. The Nathan James team is in Morocco. They're trying to get an informant who has seeds, special kind of seeds. He is shot in a coma. They have to fight their way out. Tom is in Greece. Tom is in hiding, and he has a new girlfriend. His kids are there with him, and he has a friend named Alex, who is an older, wiser Greece man. Now, a bully ends up showing up who looks like a cheap-out James McAvoy from X-Men Days of Future Past. The bully ends up showing up, and he's now back at the Nathan James, the informant wakes up. Tom and this guy end up stealing the boat full of fish and cooking for their people. The Navy is giving food out in Spain. This little boy, ugly ass teeth, ends up walking and blowing up the whole thing, man. The gate and a bunch of enemies attack, man. One of the Nathan James crew is very injured and burned, and it's pretty bad, man. I mean, everyone's kind of injured. So a full fight goes on. It commences. Omar is kind of, I guess, the villain at the moment, ends up showing up, and the seeds are headed to Iran. Now, Alex is killed in the boat because there's a fire, and they don't really explain it at all that well, sadly. Tom ends up knowing he has to leave. He ends up beating up one of the bullies, and the seeds are dropped off near the Algerian border. Now onto the pros, cons, and final score for episode 1. Starting off the pros, the intro. Not only the opening, I did like the whole farmer looking at his crops, and I just love the sound of a corn being peeled. Have you ever been to Corn Hub? My gosh. It's absolutely beautiful. So it's gross as hell. It's like, looks like it's bleeding and red and brown stuff on it. It's very gross, the crops. So it was a really good opening there. And then it transitioned into the intro with the crops dying. And then it shows the pillars of Greece, and it has the Greece music. And you know what I mean? Like, so it basically says season 3, a lot of it's going to be taking place in the Spain-Greece area, which is really awesome. It's just that whole hint there, and then it goes back to the Nathan James at sea, The Last Ship, TNT. It's absolutely exciting. Again, ever since I saw the whole Greece thing on the side, I was like, that's a nice add-on. That's a nice touch in with the Greece music as well. So the intro and the opening for the season 4 premiere is really, really good. I enjoy it. And I've said this for the past 3 seasons. The one thing that The Last Ship always gets right is the action. Even though there could be a little bit more blood in the action, it gets it right, and it's enjoyable, and the action is fun and entertaining. This action in here was really good, and it's intense. I mean, the kid blowing himself up, and the diversion, and I mean, it's very insane. Don't get me wrong, it's insane, and it's horrible, but still, the way that it's shot, and that it's done, and I mean, Green has a beard now. Miller has a beard. Freaking Miller. Holy shit, man. Miller, he looks like a 10-year-old without that beard. Now he has a beard. He's a little bit more badass, but still a little bit clumsy. Eric Dane, man. Grey's Anatomy all up in here. He's in Greece. I love the culture of it. I love the look of it. I like that he looks a little worn out. He looks a little tired. He doesn't want to deal with nobody's shit. This is, I think, Tom has really reached his kind of high point in a sense where he doesn't want to be the hero anymore. He doesn't want to have the spotlight. He just wants to live a normal life with his family. But the world's not going to let him have that yet until death. As well, to the TNT production, I enjoy all the set design. This episode was really, really neat, again, from the Nathan James interior to the exterior. It's great to see the cast again. I mean, seeing where all of them are at and how much they've changed. I don't know whether it was this episode or the next episode, but Daniels, I think it was this episode, Daniels comes back and he has that beard and he sees his little kid with the girl again. They've both been there since like season 1. And it's absolutely insane just how far they have a baby now. And the baby's on the ship. It's so cute. It's really cute. So again, it's so awesome to see all these characters again and seeing where we're going with all that. Things I didn't like about this episode: Alex's death. I don't know what the hell that was. Unless I missed the scene, he ended up dying in a fire on a boat. And how did the fire start? Are you sure he's dead? Why didn't we see him with the bad guys putting the fire on the boat? What the hell? Are we missing a scene here, or did I miss a scene? I don't understand. Like, he's just dead all of a sudden. It's really stupid. They introduce new characters, and then they just kill them off, right? They're not important. It's not like we're going to care about them, right? Tom's new girlfriend? I don't feel it. She's your daughter's age. I don't see nothing wrong with that in a sense. Not your daughter's age, but like if she's 18 or something, cool, do what you want. I'm just saying, she's very young, Tom. Maybe you should go for a nice Greek woman around your age, maybe. I don't know. Honestly, if I was like in my 50s, I would probably go for a young Greece lady in her 20s than a 50-year-old Greece woman. No offense to Greece ladies. I don't really know you. But the whole thing, again, why does he have a new girlfriend and she doesn't even last at all in this episode? It's like, she didn't die, but it's like, I gotta leave, bye, sorry. It's a whole bunch of mess, man. The ending as well, I know it continues on to episode 2, but just the whole ending there is really where it kind of bummed me out in a sense. But for sure, this episode's better than episode 2 in my opinion. And it definitely has a slower pace, and you know, there's nothing wrong with slow paces sometimes, but this episode, it drags on for a while, certain parts, and then Wolf is trying to get into this black girl's panties. I don't know, Wolf is a little kind of scaring me right now, honestly. I think Wolf's hunting a little bit too. I think he's stalking his prey a little bit. It's kind of scaring me, Wolf. You need to really back, away from her a little bit. 3. Anyway, I'm going to give this episode a solid B. I thought it was a good episode. Not great, not bad, but it definitely was a good start to the season and better than episode 2. Starting off episode 2, Tom is working on a boat on the beach, and the bullies invite Tom to go on their boat to go to an island where a mansion is, because a bunch of rich people who probably do heroin. Nathan James is headed to Iran. There's a missile launched at them. Tom ends up giving blood at this rich guy's home. There's a bunch of fighting there, and there is a leak in the pipe on the Nathan James. The crew is on an island. They find the missile launcher. They kill the terrorist. They get the power back on the Nathan James. Tom beats up this guy in a fight who is John Morrison, WWE former superstar, Johnny Nitro, a.k.a. John Morrison. And he ends up sleeping with Gio's sister. He drinks the drink that changes your brain. Unless he didn't drink it. I think she did. She ended up drinking it. But it's like a tea or something with a leaf, and it ends up changing your brain, and you could get addicted to it and be a junkie, all that shit. Anyway, now on to the pros, cons, and final score. There are only 2 things that I liked about this episode. Tom, I didn't like what Tom was doing, but Eric Dane, he's a badass. He looks awesome. I think once he goes away from that beard, he becomes a little less badass. But Tom's fighting, it wasn't bad. I think it was the editing. The editing just wasn't there. And I'm not an editor. I'm not a good editor, but the editing wasn't that good. Yeah, it was really bad editing, in my opinion. Not horrible, but I noticed that editing could have been a little bit more touched up. Just my opinion. But Tom, a little bit of Tom's story was good in there, and then the action was okay. Definitely last episode had better action, because what was up with the special effects? I mean, I understand, and I know from watching it from the beginning, you can't really do that much. You know, they're working on a budget. But that hole when Wolf and them jump and the explosion behind you guys, your back of your heads would be burned. I mean, don't play me with that BS, man. That was over the top action right there. Y'all know better. You could have done better than that. That was pissed me off there. That Giogora guy, whatever, the one that he's sleeping with a girl, her brother. I don't really care for him. I'm not saying he's a bad actor, but he's just a regular villain. Oh, you mess with me, I'm gonna mess with you. Like it's just he's just a bully. It's stupid. And then now Tom's sleeping with the sister. Why? What is it? Where are your kids? Like, did you tell your kids that you're leaving? Did you mention that you're gonna leave? Did your kids know? Are they alone with a Grease woman? Oh my God, Tom. Where are you? Why did you go with them? Just say fucking no. Don't. I just don't understand. The episode would have been better off if he didn't go with them. And as usual, it definitely had a slow pace to this episode. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm going to give this episode a solid C. I thought it was just an okay episode, and that's about it for me in a sense. It was just okay. Could have been better. Episode 1 was better than this one. There was just too much stuff of a downfall that I didn't like about this episode. That's kind of a shame, because it's just okay. It has its moments, but not really. It's more of just a scene I want to just skip over. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, for watching my Last Ship Season 4 premiere. I will see you next week for more Last Ship. I appreciate it. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, share, and hit that subscribe button. Until next time, bye-bye.